Okay, guys, so I had to re-upload this because YouTube just blocks the truth, as always. Every time there's something that's credible, they try to block it. They cut the sound off. They just don't want you guys to hear this stuff because it's truthful. That's all it is. They want you to hear lies and not the truth. But let's take a listen to this. This is basically him admitting the NFL is just nothing more than a TV show.
Okay, next up, Eagles. They lost their OC and their DC to head coaching jobs. Nick Sirianni is not
using this 6 and 7 times a game. And Sean Payton, sure enough, came out yesterday and said, I will absolutely use that thing to death on 3rd and 4th and 1.
As you should. In football is about finding their weakness and dominating and using your strength and dominating, especially in certain points. So yeah,
absolutely a weight advantage. It's an unstoppable play.
It's not unstoppable. If it was unstoppable, every team would be doing it. The Eagles are really good at doing it because they have the best center in the league. And apparently, Jalen Hurts, they say he squats like 600 pounds or something. And he's a running quarterback. That's why it works. It's not going to work the same with Jared Goff doing it or, I don't know, Justin Herbert, especially him because he's so tall. It's harder for him to like get low like that. Certain guys don't have the center you have, and they don't have the quarterback you have. So it's just the way it's ran. It's perfect for them. The way you should see how low Jason Kelsey gets when he does this. He's literally, his head is like less than a foot from the ground when he's getting down low and trying to like push down. Literally, take a look at that one day. But let's take a little bit more of a listen.
Folks, as I said yesterday, leagues want to get rid of automatics. Automatic equals boring. That's
leagues or the NFL? Because let's not confuse the NFL with high school football. And college football is rigged at the higher level, at the higher up level. Yeah, it's rigged. But like, and the bowl games, certain games that are sponsored are definitely rigged for TV. If it's on TV, it's rigged. I played at the Division II level, and our playoff games were televised on ESPNU, and our games were rigged. And I can tell you a whole lot about that, but that's not what this is about. This is about him admitting that the NFL is a TV show. And let's continue.
Why the NFL moved the PAT back. It was too easy. This is too automatic. Nobody's picking on the Philadelphia Eagles.
And notice the NFL is the only league that did that. High school didn't. College didn't. The NFL literally sways everything towards their sponsors. It's all about aesthetics. High school football is not about aesthetics. It's about strategy. It's about, if I see they have a weak outside backer and a weak defensive end, I'm going to run stretch to death. Or if I see they have a weak middle backer and defensive tackle, we're going to run ISO all game long until they stop it, until they find an answer. The NFL doesn't want you doing that. You ever notice that when a team is successful on a play, they never really keep running it over and over? They go to a whole different other play. It's like, why are you passing the ball? It's because it's about the viewership. It's about the script. It's about what needs to be seen as aesthetically proven or aesthetically pleasing. That's what it's about, guys. You guys got to understand it. This is not real football. Real football, if it was real, guys, the Eagles would have been running the ball the entire game. They're like, are we serious? They're over here just being frantic with the ball, dropping the ball, kick. Like, oh my God.
They found a loophole in the, quote, tax system, and now it's time for the NFL/IRS to close the loophole.
See, he knows. Give him one of those, because he knows the NFL is basically the IRS. The NFL corrects. They self-correct. Whatever doesn't look good to their sponsors tell them, we may not want you on TV that much longer if you keep doing it like that. So you got to take that out. Why do you think it's been a passing league? It's because what their sponsors wanted. They didn't want to see a bunch of running. They wanted to see passing and points because that's what keeps people glued to the TV screen, guys. It's not about strategy. It's not about competitiveness. It's about what is exciting and entertaining. That's all it is.
Also, smart people. This is where baseball...
Oh, yeah, and football's not supposed to be exciting either. It's supposed to be grit and it's supposed to be strategy with exciting moments in the game. It's not supposed to be all exciting the entire time. It's not what it's supposed to be. And that's what they're trying to make it. It's not what it is.
It's just dim. The NFL's always been the smartest run league. They get their TV show.
Because they're about their money. That's why. That's all they care about. They only care about the money.
understand that, and they're willing to make changes quickly. They've changed the catch rule.
Yeah, because they want more money. That's the only reason. Come on, Colin. Get it together.
They've changed different penalties because it hurts the quality of the TV product. You know,
See? That's what it's all about, guys. Take a listen again.
they've changed different penalties because it hurts the quality of the TV. They've changed the catch rule. They've changed different penalties because it hurts the quality of the TV product.
And that's all they do it for, guys. That's the only reason. They don't change penalties and catch rules or any rule for that matter. The only rule that's been changed in high school football in the last 150 years is probably the helmet to head thing with the quarterbacks. That's about it. That's about it. You can't hit quarterbacks in their head. That's it. Every other rule has stood to the test of time. Now the NFL is changing rules for sponsors and for TV purposes. Are we serious? It's been watered down and reduced to basically FIFA. Like, what are we doing out here? This is really bad.
You know, you ever go on a long drive on a rural road? You gotta be able to see problems. You gotta see them before they happen. So Department of Transportation in America, these long rural roads you go on. We've all been on them. I used to go on one all the time to college.
What's his point?
Vegas to LA. And they have these things on the side of the road. They call them, I wrote it down, rumble strips, where they put them off to the side. So we don't have an epidemic in this country of thousands of cars flying off the freeway at 3 in the morning, right? But there's no visual stimulation on a long drive in America on a rural road.
It's because it costs money to do that, Colin. Come on.
And so if somebody dozes off, your car hits them, makes a big noise, it wakes you up. Again, we didn't have an epidemic of this happening, but the Department of Transportation's like, you know what, this could be a problem. There's no stimulation here. A lot of people driving on these roads at 3 or 4 in the morning, people are weary, they're tired. So they created. They saw around the corner before it became an epidemic, right? 3rd and 4th and 1 are huge plays in football games.
Yeah, and those plays should not be altered by anybody but the play on the field. That's it. It shouldn't be altered because it's aesthetically unproven or unpleasing. Like, come on now. So the Eagles have an advantage on you because they have something that they're good at. So now you want to take it away because the sponsors say so? Come on now. It's ridiculous.
Do not want to make those automatics. Quarterback sneak is fine. That's an individual, often a star player, trying to find a little crevice between center and left guard, center and right guard, and they don't always make them. A lot of 4th and 1 quarterback sneaks don't work. This is a bunch of guys pushing a quarterback forward. It's just pure tonnage. There's nothing.
Well, yeah, if he's saying, all right, if he's saying like the first way where it's you say hike, you're behind center, you say hike, and you find a crease and you jump in, yeah, that's cool. But if he's saying, oh, line up 2 guys behind you and then say hike and wait for them to push you in, yeah, that I agree with. You shouldn't be allowed to do that. And you can't do that in high school either. The only way you're allowed to do that is if you're already engaged and there's no one behind you. You can have wingbacks, and then as the play happens, you can have them run in after the ball is hiked because by then you're already pushing in and the refs aren't going to notice. But if you have guys lined up right behind them, they're going to notice right away. So that's something you have to know.
Aesthetically pleasing, it's not creative, it's not clever, and this is a television show. I always
See, there it is.
It's not creative, it's not clever, and this is a television show. Aesthetically pleasing, it's not creative, it's not clever, and this is a television show.
See, the NFL is a television show, but the problem is football is not supposed to be aesthetically pleasing and exciting and all these things he's listing off. That's not what football is. It never was, and it's not supposed to be. But that's what they're trying to turn this into. They're trying to turn it into a soap opera. Like, but the problem is you have to at least let us know that that's what this is, like the WWE does, so we don't take it as serious, or the people that think it's real don't. That's what the whole problem is with the NFL. They're fooling people, making them think that the product is a legitimate product when it's really watered down and kind of just fake when you think about it. But that's really the whole issue here.
Baseball cracks me up. Like, Who with a social life or any life wants to sit around for inning 18 of a baseball game on a Tuesday night? Finally, baseball came to terms with, we go to extra innings, we start with a man at second. We do not want to play 18-inning baseball games where there's 9 people left in the stadium in Cleveland on a Tuesday. People have lives and a job. It's
Well, if they're at that game to begin with, I doubt it.
Not pleasing. You want more stadiums to be more full. That's why baseball stadiums should be smaller, packed. It's like the bar you walk by and you want to go to because there's a vibe. Empty baseball stadiums for hours in the 18th inning are a bad, bad look. Baseball's finally figured that out. The NFL's always understood it's a TV show. It's a bad aesthetic. Figured that out. The NFL's always understood it's a TV show. Baseball's finally figured that out. The NFL's always understood it's a TV show. It's a bad aesthetic. Sean Payton.
The NFL's always known it's a TV show. They didn't just figure it out this year. They didn't figure it out 10 years ago. They figured it out at its inception. And they know what's not good for the eyes. So that's why they're always changing rules every single year, even in the middle of the year. It's crazy.
Like, yeah, I'm going to use that thing 6 times a game. That's what you'd have. The NFL seeing a potential mess, an optic mess for a TV program.
An optic mess. See, football's not supposed to be about optics. That's not what it's about. It's about you finding a way to win the game by any means. I repeat, by any means. Even if it means running the same play 50 times in a row, that's what it means. But that's how you know it's not real. You never see teams find what they're good at and just keep doing it over and over again. You just don't. You might see it twice in a row, and then it's like almost like they're not allowed to do it. It's almost like they have a rule. Like offensive coordinators, you're not allowed to run the same play more than twice in the same drive or in the same set of downs. I bet you they have a rule like that. They probably get fined if they do that, because you really never see it. You don't ever see guys, like if you see a successful running play, you never see them run it again and just get in the zone and just keep getting nasty and do it over and over. You don't see it. That only happens in high school, semi-pro, sometimes college. Well, college a lot in like the non-scene games, the games that aren't on TV. Lower level, yeah, you'll see it all the time, but if it's on TV, you're just never going to see that type of football. And the thing is, there's people out there that want to see that. Like, people out there that actually want to see the real thing. But I guess there's noticing more people want to see this watered-down garbage, so that's why they keep changing it. Because the viewership is showing, I guess. Because I guess when football was the way I'm saying it was, or closer to that, I guess the ratings weren't as high, and the more they're going to this garbage right now, it's what we're getting now. It's just worse and worse.
Number one TV program in America before it arrives in mass. It's the right move. Nobody's picking on Philadelphia. Really. There's nothing out there to stick it to Philadelphia. The Eagles are one of the best draws in the entire National Football. A part of that television rating was not just Mahomes. The Eagles. We've been watching the Philadelphia Eagles play, I have, for 50-plus years, right? Good teams, bad teams, you remember all their best players. Nobody's...
Turn on the news.
All right. And that's it, boys. He literally says it twice. He knows it. He's a pundit of ESPN. He's been doing it for decades. And you got to understand it. When you watch this guy, it's like he knows what's going to happen. He knew the Chiefs were going to win. He was saying it the whole time. Now he's been talking about the Lakers making a run. So keep your eye on the Lakers. Don't be surprised if they make a run, because this guy literally, he has the intel on a lot of stuff. He just does it in a subtle way. He'll drop hints all day long, though, if you pay attention. But yeah, other than that, guys, I'll keep dropping more dimes on y'all. Keep yourself safe and stay away from the BS. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.